Where did my soap go? Oh. Mm. Ew. Hi, it's Mel with One Woman and Two Acres. Buddy, it's time to wash this truck. I finally gathered all of my implements of war against dirt on my truck. I hope this works. I have, of course, my bucket. I have my water hose trailing around here. My brush. I also have a window cleaner, but I brought out some vinegar and water. I'm going to test the two, see which one works. And for all of that, I have newspaper. I have my interior rag with all my interior stuff. I got the leather stuff and a regular armor, whatever it is anyway, protector to see which one I like better. And lots of stuff, and of course my ladder and rubber boots, because my work boots are leaking now. First we have to take everything out of the back, including all the leaves that are falling on it. Look at all the leaves. Next, this has to come out. Now you sweep into all those little cracks and crevices that you can't get to with the big broom. Look familiar? Clean out that chicken coop with this too. I sweep my workbench off with it. I do everything with it. Probably a 40-year-old paintbrush. And scoop it up from underneath. The old guy who had this truck was probably too ill to take better care of it. Toward the end, because I'm telling you, the paint is gorgeous. I mean, really nice. But when he got ill, other people got a hold of it. And I've got dents and carrying on from his granddaughter and probably his daughter. And her husband, and who knows what else. But they didn't wash it. And I can't take that. Ugh. This is a nice soft bristle brush. It won't scratch anything. If anyone ever tells you that a soft bristle brush won't get the crud off, think again. Look at that. It doesn't scratch your paint. And all that yuck is gone. Oh boy, this truck is so excited. A truck is a little different than well, obviously a car, because of the bed. There are weep holes for drainage, rain, carrying on. And so what you have to do is move the soap down to that end and let it weep through. It gets all the particulates and stuff that might be stuck in there to drain through. And you just keep washing it until the soap is gone. Plus, take out the stuff that keeps falling in. And this is an area that got banged in crapola. And these little crevices, I try to do with a rag because, I don't know, just 'cause it makes me feel like it's easier to get out. The ick. I think before I do the other side, I'm going to have to change the water. Cool. This is a whole lot of truck. Oh. Hey, I need some kind of license plate, you know, something cool up here, though. I gotta come up with something. Oh. Right in here, where this goes down, I had compost. Ooh. And there's always the wheels you gotta do. And knock off the, like I said, you gotta knock off the big chunks. And then attack these little tiny bits with a rag. And always clean around your gas filler. First, make sure that it's nice and tight, of course. And then go ahead and give it a really good scrub, because this crap falls into your gas tank. Not good. Wanted to get the whole truck in. Looks better already, doesn't it? I still have a lot to do. It's washed, the wheels are clean-ish, but it's a lot better than it was. But I still have the exterior glass and mirrors. Clean the wiper blades. You know what I do is when I go to the gas station and I see they've got one of those window cleaners, I go in and I clean my windshield, and then clean also my wiper blades with it, which of course, you know, the stores, they really love that. Squishy it out, do the whole thing. But I always do the wiper blades because it extends their life. And now we wax. Finally got it on this side. Well, you know, a little at a time. And then I gotta reach somehow over here and get it off. This is why I love rubbing compound. All those little scratches, and like a dog has been jumping up on it, and it's not my dog. But the larger scratches disappear. Very nice. And give it a wash off. And the scratches pretty much disappear. The rubbing compound is dry, so I give it just a little bit of wash off. And is that it? Okay, good. And then go back and wax over it. Always remember when waxing to do an area that will dry somewhat, not fully. I don't do that because then it never comes off. So I do an area that will dry to my liking. Then I move on to the next section. And wax that. By the time I'm finished with that section, this is just right, and something's biting me. And you know, it's an old truck. It's going to have dings, and of course this has more than dings. It's got a couple of smooshed in doors, pretty good, but you can still open them. That's That's a plus. Next are the interior windows. Get it good and wet. Get you some newspaper. Give it a go. Wah. Well, it's the next day. I had to take a break. I was very tired. Like I said, this is a lot of truck. But today I'm detailing with cotton swabs and, you know, yuck that you get from the store that does the whatever. And I really think air conditioning vents should be clean. I mean, it's blowing in your face. Look at this. It's filthy. The good part is, again, once this is done, it's a long time before I have to do it again. Ugh. Okay, I found more compost. That's something I find is around screws that have like a concave area where the screws fit into. They don't get cleaned out. And so what you end up with, like here, is compost. That's disgusting. Also, the fellow who owned it was a biker. Kind of cool. And if anybody understands, if you've ever owned a motorcycle, you know somebody who owns a motorcycle, you know we're fanatics about them. I used to own, but I wasn't riding anymore as I was with my mom and stuff, so, and I was sitting there collecting dust. I couldn't stand it. So my beloved motorcycle was sold. Still sad about that one. And I've had, goodness knows, I've had every type of motorcycle. But, and the one that I had last was really, as far as now, it was too big. And I sure did love riding it, especially long distance. That was awesome. It was comfortable. It was big and heavy, and I could ride it anywhere. It was wonderful. But I think that kind of thing would be just too heavy for me now. Where'd it go? Oh. I'm losing my stuff already. Oh, look, more compost. Yeah, these door things, what a great idea. A pocket for yuck. You just never think that you're going to need surgical tools to clean your car. Oh. And always, always, always do underneath the door. If the cleaner this is, the less likely you're going to have rust at the bottom of your door. Well, it seems I saved the worst for last. This is obviously where the 16-year-old sat on their cross-country trip from California to bring the truck to Georgia. And this is where the kids sat with sodas and grubby, kid stuff. So, I gotta get this cleaned up. Come and take a look at this mess. I actually put the cleaner on here, and it's a gel, which I love. I just sprayed it on, and I've let it sit so that I can get the major bits off, because I don't think I'm going to get all of it. Wow. Kids is so nasty. This. That's just gross. I should say kids can be nasty. I know I was. Give me a break. See? See? I need Q-tips. Oh, Zeus. I have worked on this door as long as it's taken me to do 3 doors. I have a question. This is up for everybody to comment on, back and forth between yourselves and with me. And those of you old enough to have children, especially those who have boys and girls, which do you think is the cleanest, boy or girl? I want to hear your stories about that. That ought to be fun. All right. Okay, got that cleaned up. Letting this soak a little bit. Now doing this. My little truck is going to be so happy. And probably weigh about 100 pounds less. God, what a mess. Now, I admit, I don't do this every day. And I don't do it often. But when I do it, I try to do it very, very well. And that way, I don't have to do it often. And this poor truck needed it so badly. Wow, that's so much better. You put the bed blanket back in. I had to sweep it again. It was almost as many leaves as yesterday. Get up here. Hoya. Hoya, hoya. And finally, I can get all the yuck out and give you a tour of what I keep in my truck. First, there's the cushion. It keeps me up high enough so I don't have to look through the steering wheel. Yes. Sorry if it wiggles, I have to hold the camera. I have my bank deposit slips. These are toothpicks. Of course, this, especially in winter. Clips, just in case. Always, always, always keep lighters in case there's ever a problem. A brush, because, well, I'm a slob. You know, pencils. I don't know why these are in here, because the CD player doesn't work. I'm going to see about fixing it. And this is the other key that opens everything else in the truck. Leaves keep blowing in. But I always have this blanket It's a special one. Somebody got it for me. For the dogs, for the back seat. That way my back seat won't be totally destroyed. So that I keep under here. I have a first aid kit, well packed, and I keep that on hand because I'm a klutz. One must always have a sweater, especially this time of year. Have you noticed you go into grocery stores and you about freeze to death in the middle of summer? It could be, 100 degrees outside. You walk in there, you're in a refrigerator. Not fun. Put that down there. And this is my everyday carry, basically. I have everything in here because, if something happens, like my car breaks down or there's a bad storm, whatever it is. This is actually my get home bag, okay? Because, let's face it, if stuff hits the fan, I'm coming home. And I have, of course, you have to have this for your cell phone or charging the camera. And this, you'll love it, goes in here like this. And that is Derv's booster seat, so she can sit up here and tell me which direction to turn and everything. Isn't that wonderful? I really like my truck. I've gotten to know it a lot better. And now that it's clean, it's so much easier to love. I know people feel that way about me. And I still have some stuff to do to it. These are faded. And I'm going to find some way, a home remedy, no doubt, for clearing up my lenses. But this is, I pronounce it, one very clean truck. Thanks for hanging out with me while I work my butt off. This is Mel with One Woman and 2 Acres. You have a blessed day.